Hello friends. We are back again. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm gonna try and wow. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna try and do this whole weekly vlog thing again. I feel like I'm lost without picking up the camera. I get into a habit of not picking it up, and then I don't update you, and then I just feel like where? Do you know what I mean? When I do pick the camera up. So I'm gonna try and do the vlogging again. I have randomly picked up the vlog at intervals throughout November. I might include these at the beginning. I might not. Those clips might just go down the recycling bin on my computer. I don't know yet. We've decided. I don't know. We are on the 27th of November, and this is potentially the start of a weekly vlog. We're gonna see. Chatty update time. What have I been doing with myself? That's a question we all would like to know the answer to. I don't know where my brain has been. Past few months have been an absolute dumpster fire shit show of epic proportions in every sense of the word. In like relationship breakdown, work being and then just health and certain practitioners not really being speedy in their responses to said issues that have occurred, and it's rather stressful. So I am currently at a pain threshold. I'm currently at pain level of 5 to 6 on a daily basis, which is so much fun that I have to get used to being in this amount of pain. If I'm anything less than a 5 or a 6, thank whoever it is that's looking over me. But generally, I don't go through a day without any pain whatsoever, which is, once again, absolutely fabulous. Not. So, yeah. That's my life update. I'm going to try and be more positive. I stopped weekly vlogging because I had a lot going on at the time. I was in a relationship where they didn't like being on camera, and they were here quite a bit, and I also had a change of jobs that was taking up a lot of my time at the time, and I never knew when I couldn't vlog and I couldn't go live. So I feel, in hindsight, I did change myself and what I was doing for that person more than they did for me, which says more about me than about them, really, doesn't it? But that's another thing that we need to analyse and unpick at a different time, when my mental health is not in the gutter and it's a semi-level playing field situation where we need to be here or above to unpick that shit, not down in the depths of the fiery pits of hell. What a great way to open a vlog. Welcome. Thank you very much for being here. And I am not always like this. I am always chaotic. I am always rambling and a bit of a mess, as you've probably seen if you've watched any of my vlogs recently. But you will have seen that all I have been posting is vlogs. I was going to do vlogmas. Whether or not I'm doing vlogmas in the traditional sense is still up for consideration, because the 27th I've not filmed anything yet, and I don't want to rush filming things. I'm going to do some Christmas videos of some kind, and I'm going to start filming them this week, but I just don't know what's going to happen until the end of the year. A lot of my plans for them from the beginning of the year have gone down the shitter. My reading goal, surpassed it. About the only thing that I've achieved this year. But yeah, we'll go through that in the end of year wrap ups and stuff. So vlogmas wise, there will probably be a weekly vlog in December. I'm going to try and do that at least. And there will be, I'm going to try and bring back my, on my radar situaciones, because I've got a few ones start doing that. I'm going to be tagged in a few things, I'm going to do some tags, and I'm going to try and get back to semi-regular scheduling. I still don't know if it's going to be regular, we'll just have to see. What am I reading right now? May I ask? You may ask me what I'm reading right now, and I don't know. I've not read for the past couple of days, but I have read a lot this month. I will be doing a November wrap up, so I will be, at this point it'll be an October-November wrap up, because I've still not wrapped up October. So I've started Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. This was the pick that Becca picked for my 12 books, 12 prompts. And by the end of the year, I wanted to have read all the books that have been selected by my friends and completed all the prompts. And there were a couple of outstanding prompts and books that I hadn't completed yet. So one of which was Rebel of the Sands. The other one was of Fire and Stars that Smash recommended. And the other one was the graphic novel, the Raven graphic novel by Cami something or other. That was a Titan like graphic novel. So by the end of the year, that's what I was wanting to complete. Recently, what have I read recently, you may ask? And I shall tell you, even if you don't ask, because that's the kind of bitch that I am. So what have I read recently? I've read A Study in Drowning, 5 stars. 5 stars. Manticore Park by Quenby Olsen. Novella for Sphinx. Peak. It's great. Absolutely fabulous. And I've read Hook, Line and Sinker. It happened one summer. I needed quick wins that made me feel good about myself. And maybe not about myself, but good in general. And those two were it. I've read Gemini, Air of Fire, Assassin's Blade, The Dreams These, Love Theoretically, Death Rider by Zimmer-Lactard, and the Sphinx novella. Great. It ends with those and Illuminate Files, where, Jesus Christ, there were a lot. Yeah, I've read quite a bit this month, so that's what I've read so far. I will give you full thoughts, feelings and ponderings in my wrap up, but for now, I'm just finishing work and I am gonna make some foodage. What? I do not know. I'm not being social this week because I feel, apart from I'm doing a live with Chelsea tomorrow and the podcast I'm filming with Jem on Wednesday, other than that I'm just gonna stay in my own little bubble because I feel like interacting with people right now, I'll just get emotional all the time. I'm getting so emotional. I get so emotional, baby, every time. I'm starting to learn to crochet because we had to do a crafty Secret Santa at work, so crafty Secret Santa. These are my first attempts, so don't point out the imperfections, okay? I'm well aware of the imperfections, especially with my cookie bauble. I'm not going to give this to a person because I can do better now. This was my very first attempt with a cookie bauble. Will I hang that on my own Christmas tree as a reminder of how shit I was when I started? Maybe. And this was supposed to be a Santa hat. Is it a Santa hat? No, it's more of a beanie. And I was going to turn it into a decoration, but I think I might just keep that for myself. And then, once again, I attempted a Loaf Kitty. This is Loaf Kitty. You can see he's a bit wonky. He's a bit on the special side, but he's mine and I've decided to keep him. And then there was also a little Angie octopus that I made. I followed a tutorial, but they used really fluffy yarn and a big needle, and then I was doing it to trial. I don't know if I can find him, but I was doing it to trial to see if I can actually do the pattern, and it turns out to be like a teeny tiny little Angie octopus, and I think I might keep him as well. Am I gonna have a flat full of not so great crocheted items that I just don't want to get rid of? probably. These are going to go in a box. Maybe not Loaf Kitty, because he might suffocate. Loaf Kitty can stay on my desk. But these might just go in a box. Like, this is where I started. You know? This is where I started. But yeah, I'm going to come back and talk to you later. Hey. Hey. It's Thursday. No, it's not. It's Wednesday. I thought it was Thursday because me and Jem normally do the podcast on a Thursday, or that's how it's fallen previously, but not this week. So, what have I done? I can't tell you what I've done because, well, I can. I've been listening to audiobooks because, for reasons. I am doing a crafty Secret Santa at work, and I thought, why not teach myself to crochet? Because I don't have enough on my plate in my life. Crafter. I think I've done okay. This is one of the decorations I made for the Secret Santa crochet crafty thing. You have to make something, and somebody tried to like get out of it, like, can you make a hamper? And like purchase things and put in a hamper, and then technically you've made the hamper. And then the woman who was organising it was like, no, it needs to be something that you craft, like crochet, knit, draw, whatever, diamond paint, something. So I thought, and I'm gonna blame Sayapan for this, and also Meg, and also Chloe and Smash, because although Smash is a knitter, I see what she creates, and I'm like, I don't think I could knit, but I could potentially crochet. And then Sayapan's been making, and for those who speak normal English, it's Siobhan. They've been making some really cute, like, plush toys, and honestly, I've got a couple of things that they've made. One being, I think I've already showed you this one, but they made me this for my birthday, and don't get me wrong, like, people buy me things, always appreciate, and honestly, like, nobody ever has to do it, but crafting something with your own hands and then gifting it me, it's a whole nother level. But look, smiley face, sad face. And if you know me, you always know that I've got Lord Squidler and Bruce, which are the can you see him there? Bruce is there not looking at you, but yeah, anyway, that's that. And then for additional ones, I made a snowflake, a bauble, and a Christmas wreath. And they're going to, I think 2 of those are my Secret Santa, and 1 is another gift for someone else. And then I have purchased some more thread. I should have read, thread. I should have read what size it was, because it's thinner than what it looked like on Amazon, so I'm not 100% sure if I can make a scarf / shawl out of this, but I did watch a tutorial which was only 30 minutes long, and there's like a diamond shaped like wraparound shawl thing that you can make, and it looks pretty cute and pretty cool, so I was going to make one of them, and also either or a scarf. And I've got a few relatively, it says beginner friendly scarves that I want to make, and I just don't know if I'm going to do it with thread that thin, but it is soft, so I don't know. I don't know if I want a thick chunky scarf. I'm undecided. You don't care about that, but I do. And then I got some more thread because I want to make some other things for reasons. So yeah. Reading wise, whilst I've been doing my crochet, I also listened to, I went back and started listening to old Tessa Bailey books. So I listened to Fix Her Up, Love Her or Lose Her, and tonight, for the next hour until the podcast, and potentially afterwards, depending on how long we talk for and whatnot, I will be reading Tools of Engagement, and this is like the Hot or Hammered series, and it follows 3 friends, but also, like, is it 3 friends? I don't know how to describe it. It's like a small, it's like a town, And we start off with like Fix Her Up, which is about a woman and her brother and her brother's best friend. Love Her and Leave Her is like a second chance romance between a guy who is friends / works with the brother of the girl in the first one, and then Tools of Engagement is the sister of the girl from the first book, and a new guy that's come to town. So there's that. So I love that. I personally gave Fix Her Up and Love Her and Leave Her 5 stars because I stopped doing core pile. Had I have core piled it, probably would have got 5 stars. But for me, it's the vibes. Did it make me go a little bit sometimes when one of them said baby girl and one of them said honey girl? Yes. But it's because I don't think it sounds as cringe in an American accent. If you just said it in a British accent or like any kind of accent from anywhere in the UK, I feel like it would sound wrong. But in their accent it sounds fine. It's not like, yeah, I don't see the need in like the baby girl, honey girl type of situation. But it is very much like he's so big and I'm so small. That kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? So it's him being the dominating one and the one that takes charge, and how she likes him to flip her over and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't go into like massive amounts of smut. Like, it's on a smut scale, I'd probably say 3.5 ish, maybe a 4, depending on how much you can take. But I'm gonna be going back into some of Tessa Bailey's backlist because I think all of her previous works are on there. The only one that I can't find on there is it Wreck You This Christmas, which is a newish release, and well, there's 2 I can't find, and My Killer Vacation. That's only available on Audible, but I do already have that because that's one that I think made Andy cry, and that's when I got it off Audible. I was like, ooh, I'll get that. So yeah, that's my reading. I've read 2 books since Monday. Is that all I've read? I should be reading novellas, but I can't read a novella as well as crochet, and I'm kind of on a crochet hype right now. And as I mentioned in the first clip, I've not been feeling the jazziest. So it's just, yeah, I've decided that for Vlogmas I'm gonna try and weekly vlog for December, so there will be a Monday video each week, hopefully. But when it comes to actual like daily Vlogmas content, if I do anything, it will be the 12 days of Christmas, counting down to Christmas, rather than the beginning of the month, if that makes sense. So yeah, it will start from the 12th and go to Christmas Day. If I do that, that gives me more time to put some things together. And I know that I haven't uploaded for a few weeks at the point that this goes live. You don't really need me to say it, but like, life has been a lot, and my motivation to do anything other than try and distract myself with crafty things and things that are just gonna make me smile, that's just not been on my mind. So I apologise. I probably will do like a little sit down and chat video at some point, but I do find that, like, because I've been so inconsistent this year in general, because it's been a bit of a, I haven't hit my 1,000 subscribers that I wanted to hit, and I know that numbers aren't everything, and I'm not saying I want tens of thousands of subscribers, but I think everybody wants that sort of 1,000 mark, don't they? And once you hit that 1,000 mark, it's sort of, that's the sense of achievement for me. I mean, I'm not saying anyone underneath that hasn't achieved anything, and I know that I've still achieved a lot, and I've gained some of the best friends that I've ever had through Booktube and through the book community. I have met some, like, these girls that I've met and these people that I've met are friends for life, and I wouldn't have found it anywhere else. And I'm thankful to my old brain for deciding to stick around and get the balls to message Becca and become friends, because none of this would have happened if I hadn't had that initial interaction. So yeah, and I know that like I'm thankful for everything I've got, but I just really would like to hit that 1K and just sort of feel that, if that makes sense. I don't know why, but anyway, I don't know. So I'm gonna go and listen to Tools of Engagement, because we all know how it's gonna end, and I don't have to think about it all that much. But when I think about it, like, I need to update my spreadsheet. Looking at the spreadsheet that I've got to do, books I've got to read, I think I've read everything that I have to read for book clubs / read-alongs. So I've read Gemini. We've had that live show. No, we've not. I'm lying to it. We're having the Gemini live show next week. I've read Studying Drowning. We had the live show yesterday. We didn't have a book for the podcast this month. I read Air of Fire. I read everything I needed to read this month for book clubs, read-alongs, whatnot. So it's just a case of I need to read 2, 4, 6 novellas. 2, 4, 6, 7 novellas by the 16th of December, which is doable if I could just put my crochet down for a little bit. And then I also need to read To Cage God, but that isn't out until February, so I'm okay with that one. I have a bit of leniency with that one. And I do need to read 2 chapters of a book that I'm proofreading for an author. So yeah, I think we're on the 29th of November. I've read everything that I wanted to read. For the compulsory stuff, I've also read extras. So yeah, I'm excited. I will update you when I've either finished Tools of Engagement or finished the podcast or done something else. I don't know. Hello guys, ignore me being all wrapped up. I'm coming in on Monday to close out the vlog. It wasn't my most successful week of vlogging because a lot of things started happening and brain was just overloaded, and then I felt ill from like Thursday night until now. Really, I've been feeling ill since Thursday. So yeah, I will try and give you better vlogs going forward, but it's a start. I've started vlogging again on a weekly basis. I am starting weekly lives again in December, and I'm going to see how that goes, see how I feel. I'm trying not to overwhelm myself with too many things with regards to like scheduled lives and things like that. I'm trying not to think of this as a failure vlog, because I didn't get the full week in that I wanted to update you every day my reading. And my battery is dying now, so I'll come back in a sec. So yeah, I didn't update you on everything that I was reading because I was just trying to like audiobook my way through life when I was not feeling the best. So I'm just gonna give you a little bit of an update on what I read over the weekend and since last time I updated you. All of these were on audio because physical reading at the moment is no. Also, that's not great because I need to read some novellas for Sphinx. I will read the novellas. They're only short, and I probably will be doing that this week, so you'll probably be getting bits and bats of updates about the novellas I'm reading, because they need to be read by the 15th. So, I don't know if I asked update you on tools of engagement. The last 3 books from Tessa Bailey, I rated 4. And I think the reason for that is because I Tessa Bailey'd myself out. What I need to realise is that some things I can binge read. And, like, I don't, like manga. I can binge read a manga. If I had the time, I could sit there and binge. If I had all 28 volumes of Blue Exorcist, I'd sit there and binge if I had the time. That's fine, and I won't get bored. And it's not that I got bored of these, it's that I noticed a pattern. And I'm well aware that in contemporary in general, you've got, you know, the issue with the middling, falling in love bit, and then like the end resolution. It's very formulaic, and especially with the contemporaries that I read by, like Tessa Bailey, Ali Hazelwood, not the dark stuff, but I'm not referring to the dark stuff that I can read, but the more like fun rom-com type of contemporary like romance that I read, there is a bit of a thing where the guy is so big, the girl is so small, and that kind of thing. And reading, because I've read 5 Tessa Baileys in a row. Was it 5? Yeah. I read Fix Her Up, Love Her or Lose Her, Tools of Engagement, Secretly Yours, and Unfortunately Yours. And yeah, it became very understandable. And the guys have a thing about talking during sex, and I don't know why. It started to really sort of grate on me a little bit, because it's just, it was too much talking. They talked more during, I did mention this in the podcast when I was talking to Jem, they talked more during the act of sex than they did to the partners when they weren't. And there was like, and I say miscommunication is probably one of my least favourite tropes, because everything could just be like resolved if you just have a conversation. Tessa Bailey, in the books that I've read, all have like a bit of miscommunication. There's like blown out of proportion a little bit, and yeah, it's just, I've noticed that a lot. I noticed that with you might have seen some B-roll of like, or you will have seen some B-roll of the things that I watched over the weekend as well, because I was also crocheting a Christmas present, and I can't show you that because my friends watch my vlogs. They might not watch it straight away, but they might watch it before the Christmas, so I will be showing you that. But as I was doing that and trying to like stop feeling sorry for myself because I was feeling so crap, I noticed that in the like Hallmark Christmassy films that I watch as well, a lot of it is like miscommunication, not talking to each other when like, yeah, it was just, yeah, I've noticed it a lot. So maybe I just need to take a little bit of a step back from contemporary at the moment. But at the time, I was not feeling in the right headspace, like, because the novellas I've got to read, I've got to judge whether or not they go through to the next round, and that's not fair to do that when I'm not feeling the best. I'm starting to feel better now, but yeah, it wasn't fair for me to do that when I was feeling as bad as I was, because my focus was all over. So I could just about focus on like contemporaries and stuff like that, because there's nothing like difficult to follow, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm gonna take a little bit of break from contemporary now for a smidge of time, probably a week or two, not like an epic hiatus, because I've got a lot of contemporary that I'm interested in reading, but I need to do some filming, which again I wanted to do over the weekend, but I couldn't because I started to feel ill. So I'm going to be starting Vlogmas on the 13th, or Bookmas, what you want to call it, and I'll be running through till Christmas. If you do like me and you want to see more of me, please like and subscribe to all the good stuff down below. If you are here and you want to know you, if you don't have anything to say, please leave a black heart, very much appreciated. And until next time, let me know what you've been up to. I feel like I've not done this forever. It's a bit strange doing weekly vlogs again and being back live, but I hope you'll all join me. And hopefully 2024 will be a better year than this tragedy.